Welcome inside the Four Bears Event Center in Newtown, North Dakota for Game 1 of Day 1 in this, the final Region 8 tournament as we know it. Alongside Brett Loftus, I'm Jay Kerman. We're so glad you're with us here on the Beck Sports Network as we get underway with this tournament. Our first game, Powers Lake. Their 5th consecutive trip to this tournament, the District 16 champions. They're one of the favorites to win this whole thing. On the other side, there weren't very many people who expected Mandaree to be here. They qualified as a number 7 seed out of District 15. How do they keep their magic going today? Welcome inside the MSU Dome here on this Friday night. We've got a doubleheader and the Battle of the Beavers as Minot State University plays host to Bemidji State here tonight. Alongside Dan Doherty, I'm Jay Kerman with you for the call here on the Beck Sports Network. Dan, Bemidji State won the first meeting between these two teams just over a month ago. That kick-started a really good month of January for them. They're sitting in 3rd place after being towards the bottom of the standings a year ago. Minot State having dropped 4 in a row, 7 of their last 9. They've been right there in some of these close games, and Coach Matt Merkin stressing to his team some of the fine details and little things that they're looking to get corrected this late in the season. Miller up the floor. 4 to go. Intercepted. Hornberger hoists. It's good! An answered prayer, and Stanley pulls the upset at home. R.J. Smith, the grad student from Lexington, Kentucky, swings to Albright. It's good! 7 in a row for Bemidji State. And it's all come in the last 90 seconds.
Yeah, Albright's got his rhythm tonight.
2 for 4 from the outside. Was 7 of 8 last weekend. He's up to 13 points. Hedberg answers.
Sometimes you find a guy back there that doesn't usually play who has his rhythm.
Hedberg, a heat check. Hello, Mr. Hedberg. Kicks it out to Cook, wide open. Too strong, rebound Ben Bowl. He finds Van de Grijn for the jam. And the Mustangs can get some distance here early. Step back, Jay. It's a clinic. And the Thunder starting to walk with a little bit more of a pep in their step after South Border scored the game's first 12 points. Mosier connects. South Border's turn to call for time. Thunder striking back in Hazleton. Hayes using the Wallin screen, goes behind the back. Johnson for the lead.
Okay, the Pirates are heating up.
This was a 16-0 Kenmare lead. Tioga is in front for the first time, and they are on their feet. 3 minutes left, quarter number 3, 3rd place game. And hey, let's thank 3 of our friends that have helped us out throughout the tournament, including the Snert Stopper Premium Garage Door Seals. It's been snowing for 3 or 4 days straight here in Newtown, so use promo code BECK10 for 10% off your total order to keep that snow and wind out of your garage. I want to thank Montreal Williams and Brook Divide Electric Co-op, State Bank and Trust of Kenmare, supporting our local community, as well as United Tribes Technical College. Wow, that was a deep 3 from Max Duvetter, and we've got a 4-point game.
In a blink of an eye, the Maroons have come right out of the locker room ready to play, and they got a chance to get some more.
This could make it a 1-score game. Duvetter makes it a 1-point game. 3 trays in the second half.
Coach Hansen must have reminded these young men, we haven't beat the Blue Jays the last 7 times we played them. Let's come out of the locker room with something to play for.
Hetzel hits him with a haymaker right back on the other end. And Stanley spends a timeout. Scoring coming in bunches. 4-point game in quarter number 3. 4-point game between Divide County and Stanley. Blue Jays led by 10 at the break, but the Maroons have made this interesting. Fighting for that 3rd spot on the Region 8 podium. Sorensen badgering Carabello. as the Blue Jays turn up a little full court. Coach Anderson calling for a little more defensive intensity after they gave up a couple of wide open looks that let Divide County back in this thing. Duvetter has hit 3 threes in the second half. Fires over to Hanisch, who rings the bell.
9-2 run right now from Divide County.
They couldn't buy a 3 in the first half, and they're 4 for 5 from out there to start the second.
Pardon me, 9-3 run. But nonetheless, back outside, Peyton Hanisch, another young man who stepped up greatly in this tournament. Their Divide County is going to return him next season.
Yeah, he's come a long way, Hanisch. Their 6th man. Just stepped up to hit that 3. Sorensen trying to rebuild the lead up to 3 points at the line. He'll split the pair. Noticeable uptick in intensity here in the third quarter as these teams realize their seasons come to a close. Hanisch, left-hand drive, drops it off to Hetzel. Wearing white, he comes the other way. Smooth pass, but Sorensen is blocked. Nice recovery by Carabello.
Yeah, Josh Hetzel with an amazing pass that time, but the Divide County defense just able to smart out those Blue Jays. Second look here on the All True Health Systems replay.
Almost a no-look block by Carabello, who comes up with a steal right off the inbounds. Final minute 20 here in the third quarter. Maroons can take the lead here. Nelson inside, drops off for Hanisch, and he got McPeak in the air.
Yeah, McPeak, nothing intentional there. As he and Hanisch share a smile, but just a little bit out of control trying to fin Hanisch under the bucket.
Yeah, we haven't seen a ton of hard fouls in this third place game. Lots of good sportsmanship on display. Hansen draws up the inbounds play for Duvetter. Schlosser there to contest, and that forces the miss. Hanisch guarding Hetzel. They get it to Schlosser instead. Quiet game offensively for Schlosser, who's come along very strong this season. Just a sophomore. Shot it at 43% from the field. Maybe they get him going here down the stretch.
He's a young man we talked about coming into the tournament here in Region 8. A question mark may be, is he just the best 6th man here in the tournament? And obviously next season, perhaps going to be playing a bigger role than that here on the Stanley team.
Has yet to score here tonight. Hetzel can't hit. Rebound for Barstad, and Kreklo will send him to the line. Tristan Barstad battling on the boards. He grabs 8.5 rebounds per game to lead the way for the Blue Jays.
Now we're going to see what he can do here at the charity stripe, trying to extend this lead back out for Stanley. Divide County has not led yet in the second half, but they've gotten very close, Jake.
What was a 31-21 game at the break. Now sitting at 40-37 as Barstad scores off the feed from Hetzel. Boy, he was thinking pass as soon as he grabbed that rebound.
And that's the maturation, or rather should I say the talent, of a great player there in Josh Hetzel. And still one more year to continue to mature.
His game is going to translate really nicely at the Class A level. So is Duvetter's. Granted, this is his final game, but that's a 3, his 4th of the quarter. And it's a 2-point game again. Last shot coming for Stanley. They beat the buzzer in both of the first 2 quarters. Can they make it 3 for 3? Hetzel drops off. Barstad hits. And Stanley once again scores at the buzzer. Hey, those 3 buckets are making the difference right now. It's 44-40 in our third place game.